All right, Leftovers at Midnight, episode 13. Just us, no new host, no guest. All
Yee.
that's in the works. That'll be fun when it happens. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing great, man. One slice at a time, just kind of vibing, hanging out. How you doing,
Alex?
Alex?
No complaints here. Getting ready to move. My background's a mess because we're packing shit.
Do you get
Yay.
a house?
Yeah.
Oh, big boy got a house. Big boy got a
yeah.
house. Get big boy got a house. Gonna move out. Pack all the stuff and move right now. Big
the
boxes,
Renegade.
big stuff.
Hit the Renegade for us.
I don't know the Renegade. I'm too young
These damn tic
or
tackers.
too old.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if I'm too young or too old for that.
definitely too old.
Too
Looking-
old. Okay.
Looking like Louis C.K. minus the obvious shit.
How's the AARP kicking in for you?
Real good. That auto insurance discount. Let me tell you.
I can't wait for that. What is that when you're like 25, right?
25.
Yeah, I got 1 year. Actually, I got like a couple months, 10 months.
It's nice. It's a big drop.
I'm paying like 180 a month for my car, and I drive a muscle car, sports car, whatever they consider a Mustang now.
That's what I pay for full coverage.
I got full coverage too, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fun. Well, anything new happen with you guys?
Not with me. Not really. I mean, not yet. At least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, long story short, like I'm in the process of like mapping out a new desk for myself. So I'm kind of taking reference from those like IKEA hacks that were going around Reddit. And instead of like building one of those like really long desk countertop, whatever the fucks,
Yeah.
with like two of the drawers, you know, that bullshit. Instead of doing that, what I'm doing, instead of that, what I'm doing is I'm essentially getting two long tabletops and I'm going to build them as tabletops. But I'm also going to have brackets set up to where I can maneuver it and choose between having an L-shaped desk or a really long desk.
Modular.
Nice.
Yeah, modular. So it's
Just get
essentially
a door hinge.
You know, I honestly did think about it. But the way it's going to be set up, like, I mean, you guys know how L-shaped desks work, right? Like, you got the legs in the middle for supporting and everything.
In their shape of an L.
Yeah. So essentially, what I'm doing is each tabletop needs 4 legs to like actually become a table. But when I use it in L shape, only 2 of the brackets are going to be removed. So that I still have like sitting room underneath my desk.
Mm-hmm.
But when I extend it out, the bracket's going to be in a different place so that I can use like a really long workspace. The desk that I have now from one point of the L to like the point at the center is only 51 inches. And with having the 2 tabletops, I'll have a total of like 80 inches as an L shape. But as a super desk, it'll be 114 inches. So if I need like a really long workspace for any projects that I'm doing or whatever, I'm going to have the room for it.
Yeah.
And I'm really fucking stoked about it. So that's going to be coming in the next week. Ish. So it's weird. I'm waiting on my payouts from Twitch to come in. And once they're like approved and everything, I can withdraw. And that'll only take a day or 2. So if it gets here sooner than Thursday, I'll have my new desk and I can kind of showcase it. But it might not happen until next weekend. But we'll see.
That's all right. Yes.
Now that that's all right. But yeah, I've just been avoiding like, because initially I wanted to get like a really big L-shaped desk from Amazon, and I found one that's modular. But the problem is that the one of the sections is shorter than the other. They're not even. And I can't choose which side I want to be shorter, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like only the left side is shorter than the other. And I can't swap that around. But with having the 2 tabletops, I can set it up exactly how I want it. So I'm pretty fucking excited about it.
Hell yeah, dog. That's
So-
awesome.
So, Robbie, I heard you did some new things this week
No, what are you talking
or
about?
since our last recording.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I was gonna completely finish my tattoo sleeve, but we did just the outline. We got some stuff to add. I'd show it now, but it's gonna kind of hurt to pull up. It's still kind of fresh.
Do it.
Part of it.
Do it.
Ow! It fucking hurts. It's fucking peeling and.
It's so worth
Ooh.
it. It's so worth it.
Let's see if I can do this.
Wow.
Sick.
Love it.
Wow.
Yeah, so just kind of at first glance, you can't really tell what it is. At least my mother can't. It's an astronaut playing a guitar, and the guitar he's playing is the first one I've ever owned because, for people who don't know, I play guitar. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 on the wall, a bass, and then 1, 2, 3, I think, laying around here somewhere. There's one back there. Yeah, and then
You
there's
should
gonna be a
play me
lot of space
Wonderwall.
shit. The what?
Play me Wonderwall.
No. you fuck off. I lost my train of thought. It's gonna be all space stuff. There's some Star Wars shit on there. There's like a really cool TIE fighter right there. Detail super awesome. Yeah, then hopefully sometime in March, if I can switch a shift or two, I'll be able to get another like X-Wing added right here, and then the shading process, that's gonna fucking hurt a lot.
Oh
But I
yeah.
have this whole
Oh yeah.
part of my arm shaded, so he's gonna do some shit there, and then we're gonna tackle that elbow because he completely ignored that. It only took about 2.5 hours.
It's not
Left him
bad.
a hefty tip because fucking love him. Yeah, that's all that's new with me, other than the fact that I'm fighting off a fucking canker sore that hurts like a motherfucker right now.
Where'd you get it
Typically,
from?
It doesn't work like that with me. I'm like very prone to them, and I don't know why. When I had all
It's
four
a
of my
joke.
when I had all 4 of my wisdom teeth pulled, I had 3 at once, and they were all like right here
Ugh.
on the inside. Of course, that's typically where I get them. But this one's like right on the inside of my cheek, and I have
Ugh.
this clove oil shit I have to put all around there, or else I can't speak. So
Interesting.
I'm struggling with eating and everything now, and it's been about 4 days, so it's gonna go away in the next day or two. So I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what's up with me. How about you, Mr. Sneezy over there?
Oh, well, I mean, really, the only thing new going on with me is, as I mentioned earlier, I'm moving out. I got a house, so that'll be nice. I get my own office.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay.
So it's time to decorate.
Okay. Shit. So
be
I mean,
lit.
not to be like nosy or anything, but I'm being nosy. Do you have any plans to like add some dampening to the office?
Were
Like, are
you
trying
gonna
to
ask him if
soundproof
he
it
has
at
any
all?
proof?
No. I meant like soundproofing. Like, do you have any plans to like dampen anything at all coming from out of there? I don't know if you've got like a speaker setup or anything, but
I've considered it, to be completely honest. I have considered it.
Don't buy these; they suck.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to yet, but if it's necessary, I definitely will.
Yeah.
You know, this way you can blast music and not piss off the rest of the house or the neighbors.
Yeah. Okay. Well, cool, man. You know we're gonna want some footage of it at some point, so you'll have to.
Oh, you guys are
Post
coming
it.
over.
In this pandemic and this economy,
Yeah, no.
I think the fuck not. I mean, I love you and all, but like, no.
We'll do
Not yet.
a house tour via
Yeah,
Discord.
we'll do a virtual house tour.
Or
Okay.
And then
That's
when you
if
move in. Or-
fucking the pandemic's over by the time you move in, then yeah, we'll come over.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Well, I'll be
speaking of,
moving in next week.
you never know. You never fucking know.
Yeah, never. That's
Speaking
true.
of fucking pandemics, my dad's getting the vaccine Sunday because he works for the school board down here, so he is fucking hyped as shit Because
That's right. I forgot about that.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, do you guys watch the news at all, or like have you seen the news at all
Nope.
today?
I've probably heard it
No.
at
So
least
you're
once.
familiar with the Florida Strawberry Festival, right?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
they were giving out vaccines at the fairgrounds where that's held, and somebody stole the car that had about 180 vials of the vaccine in there, and there's a $5,000 reward for it. Now,
What a dick.
my question is, why would you do that? And D, like, what are you gonna do with that? You gonna sell it on the black market? Because it doesn't work like that. It's not. You can't just like throw it in some dry ice and it's Gucci, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, here's my perspective on it. Either one of two things. Either A, this person was really smart and knew exactly what to do with it, and they have a certain amount of people that they're going to give it out to. Or blue, they're just here for the chaos, and they stole it just to steal it to prevent other people from getting it.
Yeah, a $5,000
So-
reward for that.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
I ain't no snitch.
I ain't no snitch, but five
That's
stacks.
5 large.
5 stacks
I can
to
get
find a
$5
vehicle.
pizzas. I ain't no fucking snitch, but I really want to go to a concert.
Do you know what I could do with $5,000 in this economy, in this fucking pandemic that we're in?
Buy a 3090.
Hookers and cocaine.
Buy a 3090. Was the joke that I was going for.
Yep. You could
Speaking
do
of which,
hookers and
Alex,
cocaine.
I mean, I'd rather not relapse, but you know,
On the hookers
to
or
each their
cocaine?
own. Yes,
There you go.
I've had some good stories. We'll have to share them at one point.
Story time.
But yeah, Alex, speaking of not having a 3090, have you been searching for one at all in the background, or just like not
No,
thinking
'cause
about
I
it because of
bought
the
a
house? Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, he made the smart choice.
there's always next decade. I mean,
House
who knows?
3090 house 30. Yeah, you know.
I was gonna say there's always pandemic round 2, but you know,
Yeah, we're on what
Electric
the third
boogaloo.
strain.
I don't want to jinx anything yet.
But yeah, speaking of the vaccine, I know
Mhm.
my mom just got her second dose the other day, and I guess she was sick as shit yesterday from it.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens. What'd she get?
I guess the second
Sounds about
dose
right.
is pretty hard.
Did she get the Moderna vaccine?
Yeah, the mRNA one.
I think they're both mRNA.
Yeah, I think it was the Moderna.
Hmm.
She's a nurse, so she kind of,
She didn't get it first?
well, she just got it, like, her second dose, so she got the first one like 2 weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it didn't take long for her to get it.
Yeah, it seems kind of late though, because I remember like when the vaccine first started rolling out. I think it was in like November or December or something. Like
Mhm.
somebody I
That
work
sounds
with
about
went and
right.
got the vaccine like right away because they're a healthcare worker as well.
Yeah, I don't think it started coming out till like January for most people.
For most people,
Yeah.
yes, but for like frontline like healthcare workers,
Yeah,
I
first
guess it
responders.
depends like where you work. Like if you work in a hospital, then yes. But like if you're at a doctor's office, it's
Yeah.
like, you can wait.
Well,
Yeah.
she does work in a hospital, but she works in the pediatric department.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah,
So
that making sense. I can't wait to get mine. I am gonna suck that shit dry. Suck it like a
I
dick.
got mine. I got mine the natural way, free of autism causing chemicals.
Yeah,
just dick sucking moan chemicals.
that's why you've been moaning. So you've had the vaccine longer than everybody else. Why are you holding out, motherfucker?
Because
I gotta go. I gotta go.
I tell you what, it's hard to get the microchips in there. How else are we going to track the people?
So have you had a craving for Microsoft products? Like you're sitting there on the like Microsoft website looking at like Surface tablets and oh dude, you guys remember that like big glass table that Microsoft came out with that one time where it was like this revolutionary thing and it was like a giant coffee table. And it was like a touchscreen.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was so cracked.
Yeah.
I wanted one so bad.
Speaking of fun tech stuff, though, I have some new updates this week. If that pleases
Oh
the
yeah.
yeah,
Give
I've
me your
got some interesting
dreams.
stuff. So we'll talk about the interesting one first, because this is the one that genuinely has me curious. So with Apple's newest update, they're going to be releasing iOS 14.5,
Saw
I
this.
believe. In their next update, facial recognition is going to be usable with a face mask on.
Yep.
So for all you conspiracy theorists out there, prevent your updates and delete them from your phone.
So, can I jump in?
But the thing, yeah, absolutely.
Here's the kicker. You have to have an unlocked Apple Watch on your wrist for that to work.
Yes, that's the other asterisk that I forgot to mention or hadn't mentioned yet.
Just-
Which I mean, it makes sense because the Apple Watch can detect if you're not wearing it.
Mhm.
So with some of the newer updates, like the watch detects when it's like on your wrist, and typically I think you can have it set up to where like you don't need a passcode if it's on or something like that. I don't have one anymore, so I'm not exactly
I don't
sure
have
how
one
it
on my
works.
watch.
Yeah. But I know that if you unlock the passcode on your watch, in theory, with iOS 14.5, you should be able to just like look at your phone with the face mask on or off, and your phone opens right up.
Mhm.
So for any of you Reagan did 7-Eleven people out there, might be time to switch to Android. Who knows? But yeah, that's going to be a fun one.
Yeah.
Um,
Get that World
also,
War II quality camera.
Yeah, exactly. So I know I
Y'all
touched on Google
talking
Stadia.
about?
I know I touched on Google Stadia last week, but there's actually been another update, and this one's going to be fucking terrific. So for those that don't know, Google Stadia was kind of like the streaming device, similar to a Roku or a Chromecast, but for gaming. Last week I mentioned that one of the games that they had like developed or worked on that was only supposed to be a Stadia exclusive is getting ported over to PC. Well, a week after that, which just a couple of days ago, they announced that they are shutting down their internal game studio. So Stadia is no longer going to be making games. Now, mind you, not a lot came out of it, and they were only open for a couple of years. But they're in a really bad market to be doing that right now. I mean, especially with the way that PC gaming is going, and 3090s being at the freaking wazoo for price. I mean, everybody's trying to get their hands on something, and I can assure you, it's not a Google Stadia.
Mm.
I never got my hands on experience with one, so I don't know how good or bad they were. But there's just way too many competitors for Google to be like, "Hey, I want in." Like, I mean, friendly advice: stick to home accessories and web engine browsers. Like that's your best bet.
Yeah.
So we'll kind of see what happens with that. But the fun one, because we have a fun one this week. The fun one, and I'll just give you the headline to start out with. Scientists taught spinach how to send emails to help fight climate change.
They do be spinach.
What are they? I do like my spam with spinach. So
I fucking
Fucking
love
Christ.
spinach, but I hate emails.
I mean, Alex, buddy, as soon as it kicked in what you said, I wanted to throw myself out the window over there. So I did kind of a rough reading on this, and I don't know exactly how it works, but I've got the like entire article here. Essentially what's happening is the scientists that are doing this experiment are using some kind of carbon nanotubes inside the spinach. I guess what's happening is the roots of the spinach detect the compounds coming from inside of it, and it sends a signal to an infrared camera. That infrared camera triggers an email alert to the people who are like conducting the study and like working on climate change shit like in real time. So, when I guess I never thought that, like, when my parents told me to, like, eat your vegetables and grow up big and strong, apparently we're just gonna grow up and send emails.
And we're gonna receive emails from our broccoli.
Yeah. Like, if you don't eat your vegetables, they're gonna email you. Like,
So
Why didn't you eat me?
what do
right?
if eggplants are sending emails? What do they use for the eggplant emoji?
Humans.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Do vegetables use
fair.
fruits as emojis?
I mean,
think that's
no,
like
I'm
a
not gonna make the
cannibalism
joke
thing.
based on emoji.
I think that's like a cannibalism thing. I don't really know how that works.
I don't know. I have a feeling
But-
Alex was gonna make a handicap joke because
Yeah, let's not
he
go
audibly
there.
said that he wasn't gonna make a joke. Something about Terry Schiavo,
I'm pleading
probably.
the fifth.
We don't want to make you look like you supported the last president. So, that said,
Even though he did. Anyway, what's your next topic?
I look like that already.
yeah, you're right. That said, it's interesting to, like, see how far technology has come, and like, in a genuine way. There's been a lot of changes even since all of us have been around, and even in the last, like, 5 or 6 years, all the shit that we've seen come out of tech. But vegetables can send emails. Like, as
Yup.
loose as that term explains what's going on, vegetables can send emails.
Mhm.
And that is fucking wild to me.
That
Like,
shit cray.
it's not. I saw the article and I had to do a double take on it. Just because of how fucking bizarre that is.
Yeah, I was
Like,
scrolling
I've
on.
seen a lot of weird tech things, like, sexual robots and
Yeah.
AIs, like, developing personalities and all that fun stuff. But, like, I don't know. It's just it's a weird thing, and we'll see what comes out of it.
I was scrolling on Twitter when I saw that headline. I was just like, "Fuck that!" and I just kept scrolling.
Yep. Well, now we're talking about it.
Like,
So
I didn't care to read about it because it's stupid.
Yeah, no, it's very stupid. You're right. It's fucking dumb. Like, who the hell is gonna look for a spinach that can send their emails?
What's their email address? Like,
That's a great question.
hotgreenleaf1 at
and
broccoli.com.
that's right, and that's the thing that I thought that they were used for, like, general emails, because honestly, it's not hard to script, like, an automated message that goes to, like, multiple people or is scheduled for, like, certain times of day. But apparently it's specifically for warning scientists or whoever's in, like, this, like, collaboration thing. It's warning them about, like, climate change events or any, like, hazardous materials that are found in different places. So, like, they're
God.
they're not only using spinach to send emails, they're fucking training spinach.
So, do you think the scientists are using, like, the spinach's email address to, like, sign up on, like, OnlyFans and shit?
That's the thing.
Just
That's
so
the
it doesn't
thing,
trace
like,
back to them.
Like, here's the thing. I don't know how Popeye feels about this. Like, this
Why
is
don't we ask him?
we should ask him about it.
Coming next week, Popeye the Sailor Man is our
After that,
guest.
we get Obama.
So I'm trying to find exactly what it's called. Where is that? So the technology is called plant nanobionics. And that technology is it's using the spinach plant roots to detect nitroaromatics. So, like, chemicals found in explosives and things that you would find in climate change, like seeing the difference. What the fuck, man?
So do you think in, like,
Why?
10 years the Amazon rainforest is going to have its own talk show?
I fucking hope so, and I want to be a part of it.
Elon
Like-
Musk is producing it.
You know that that's so fucking stupid and it would fit so well.
Dude, he's
That's
like
the worst part.
he's all about fucking like memes and shit. So
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. Like, dude is a meme.
yeah, he tweets about Dogecoin.
Billionaire meme lord.
Mm-hmm.
God, fucking Dogecoin. Send it to the moon.
To the moon, brother.
To the moon.
Hey,
I don't care about stocks. I just want to eat the corrupt and the rich.
I've been up on Dogecoin ever since I bought it, like last year. So
Nice. Oh, so speaking of weird news, you guys hear about that tiny little chameleon?
no,
the
actually,
one from
I'm
the
concerned.
the car insurance guy,
No, there's like this
Robbie.
there's like this
Eric.
tiny little chameleon. It's the world's smallest reptile. It's like less than an inch long.
Uh-huh.
Is it your
But
dick?
its penis is massive.
Well,
What is considered
what? What?
Compared to its size, its penis is about a tenth of its body length.
Yo, send a photo of it to the chat. I want to see this. I won't show it, but I want to see what you're talking about.
I'm very concerned.
I can't wait to see his search history, like little lizard with big dick.
I'm not a furry. I'm a scaly.
Oh my
Small
God,
lizard, big
Alex,
pee-pee.
please. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Stuff Mark
What
Zuckerberg
is
beats
that,
off
guys?
to with his lizard people.
I gotta see it.
I put it in the group chat.
You did not.
I did too.
What chat?
Probably.
Holy fucking Christ,
There it is.
dude. Why?
What the fuck?
It's got a big old dinger.
What the
It
fuck?
do got a big old dinger. Like compared to its size.
Wait, so Alex, I have a couple of questions for you, buddy, but I don't
Okay.
want all of them answered. My first question that I don't want answered is what the fuck your search history looks like. Like, it's got to be a fucking cesspool of reptiles. My next question is, how in the fuck
Reptilehub.com.
did you find this specific thing? Where? Like, where did you even find this information?
Reddit.
He watches Coyote Peterson. We know it. Brave Wilderness. Shit, whatever that is. I wonder what he's up to. He'd be a cool guest for the show.
I
Making a
don't.
show on like Discovery or something.
Does he? He's doing good for himself.
Yeah, I think he's doing a show. Still no Steve Irwin.
Oh, I can't. He's dead.
Wow.
God rest his fucking outback soul. What a
Yeah,
great.
crikey,
Lived
mate.
the way he died with animals in his heart.
Speaking of animals, Dogecoin to the moon.
Oh Jesus!
I just like that Robinhood allowed like instant trading for crypto again. So people are just like boom, 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 and it went up like 2 cents or something. Like overnight.
Hmm.
Oh, motherfucking ass. That's a
Weird.
lot of motherfucking money I made.
Yeah.
I don't mean to brag, but
I don't mean to brag. I'm seeing all these memes and all these posts about, like, you know, taking everybody down, and that's what I'm here for. Like, cool, cryptocurrency is making a lot of money for everybody. Like, that's fucking great. But like, I want the big guys to fucking lose. So
Is it time we sharpen the guillotines?
I thought you'd never ask.
I say we all have a movie night and watch Wolf of Wall Street in honor of this fuck shit.
I
Yeah,
fucking
it's a great
love that
movie.
movie.
I've seen it
Yes,
like
it
twice,
is.
and I don't rewatch movies. The only movies I rewatched are the Star Wars movies, Wolf of Wall Street, and then like Dark Knight Rises, Batman Begins.
I think
Power
Star
Rangers.
Wars doesn't really count. I mean it does, but the Star Wars series is like
May the
a
Force be with
book
you.
for your eyes. Yeah, there's that.
Wakanda
Star
forever.
Wars, the Star Wars series is like a book for your eyes. Like you could reread it
movie?
over again, and like it's you still get the same experience. So
Yeah.
I can understand that for sure. But I mean, it's not like you have a Batman tattoo or anything. I don't know why you would watch those. Like
Ben Affleck's a shit Batman. Stick by
Batfleck.
that. Yeah. Fat Bat. Is that what he's called? Fat
Yeah,
Bat.
Fat Bat. Fat Bat Batfleck.
Ben Affleck. You suck as Batman.
Try saying that 3 times fast, Eric.
Fat Bat. Sounds like saying Fat Bat.
So,
Batman.
I mean, since we're on that subject, Robbie, who's your favorite Batman? And besides Ben Affleck, who's the least favorite?
Well, my least favorite is Ben Affleck. My favorite is Christian Bale.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend like I like Adam West or Val Kilmer or any. You know, I like the fucking Dark Knight. I think Christian Bale was a phenomenal Bruce Wayne and a really good Batman. And let me tell you why. The suit fucking rocked. The voice was fucking stupid, but no one else did that, you know? The fact that he like that little like extra step to like, if I mask my voice, they'll never really know who I am, even though it's super obvious sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's cool. And just like the overall like Dark Knight movies, like I'm not going to praise Heath Ledger as the best Joker because he was a phenomenal Joker, but I'll ever see Joaquin Phoenix fucking in that role? Holy shit! Joaquin Phoenix is the best Joker. Heath Ledger is just legendary.
See,
because he died.
See, this is where we're going to differ a little bit because I think both of them were great.
You wrong.
Jared Leto is best Joker.
Oh,
we don't talk about him.
Out of here, you unfrosted pop
You're
tart.
kicked off the show. Get out.
That said,
we don't talk about him.
Yeah, no, not at all. The disagreement that I have is that I think Joaquin Phoenix's character was fucking amazing, but that is its own standard.
Mm-hmm.
Like Heath Ledger's Joker was like canonically Joker, right?
Yeah.
Like I understood the whole premise that like Joaquin's character was supposed to be like the background or where he was supposed to come from or whatever the fuck it was. It was a phenomenal movie. It was great. But Heath Ledger's Joker, as far as like actually, you know, putting on the face paint, causing chaos and trying to ruin shit, like hands down the best one, period.
Yeah. There was some good improv in there.
Yeah. And
to be honest,
Joaquin's, what were you going to say, Alex?
Y'all are missing out on the best Joker, and I'll tell you after you're done.
Yeah, I was just going to say like Joaquin's character was
Caesar.
like, you know, he, you know, it shows him like breaking down, losing his mind, and then causing chaos. Like,
that's what I like about
it. I guess I just didn't like see the Batman version behind it just because there was no DC relevance to it.
Well, Robert Pattinson, there's potential there from what I've read. And yes, I'm calling him Pattinson because
which
I think he's going to be a great Batman. If you think he's a shitty actor just because you don't like Twilight, you're honestly a fucking moron. That's all I gotta say. You can't just judge somebody based on that role. I don't like Ben Affleck as Batman, but at the same time, I don't think he's a bad actor. He was fucking phenomenal in The Martian. That was a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch a lot of movies, so yeah. Pattinson, it's gonna fucking kick dick. I'm excited for it.
Yep, it's gonna be great.
Oh yeah.
What were you gonna say, Alex?
So y'all are missing out on the best Joker, and we all know that it's Mark.
It's Mark Hamill.
It's Mark Hamill.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna get technical about it, Mark Hamill only does the voice.
Yeah, he's not a Joker. He's the voice.
Now, I will say that the character that Mark Hamill played in the Gotham series was along that same scheme. That he was kind of like a version of Joker, but
never seen
it's
Gotham.
Not the same thing. Wait, really?
Yeah.
I thought you got around to watching it.
I started to, and then I didn't finish it, and I don't know why.
Okay. Well, for you and for the people that have never seen it, Gotham takes place mostly around Commissioner Gordon's life. Like him growing up and like becoming who he is in like the Batman series and everything, but a lot of it revolves around his life. So, becoming friends with Catwoman, Poison Ivy, and, meeting everybody as they're younger, of course. We do see a little bit of Bruce Wayne and like him being a young boy with Alfred and like all that stuff, which is really cool. But the spin-offs that they have with that, like the Riddler and Joker, and like how Catwoman becomes who she is, and like showing Bruce Wayne actually turn into the Batman, like it's fucking really well done. The Batman.
Hey, Batman.
I am the knight.
Hey, Batman. Where are the drugs?
I have become that which I fear. Where is he? Where is he? How do you know her name?
Where is that going?
So if you're still watching us, and you haven't fucking exited off yet, leave a comment saying pickles. Also, Kyle still watches the podcast. I want to point that out. From what I said last week in the episode about sending us the poop emoji, like that Saturday, I forgot to upload on Friday.
We got a poop emoji, just out of nowhere, and we were just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "I did what you told me," and we were like, "Oh, big brain." Okay.
Yeah,
That's right.
Like, well done. Well done. Should we give him another challenge?
Yes.
I feel like we should. Okay, we'll give it at the end of the episode.
Yes. So you have to stick and watch the whole thing, Kyle.
Yeah. So, but
Pee-pee-poo-poo.
fucking Batman. Pee poo poo. Is there anything else you guys are looking forward to? Like anything coming up?
Yeah, Lex Luthor stepping down from Amazon as the CEO.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm excited.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Bezos, I mean,
Share with the class.
I haven't read too much into it because I don't really fuck with corporate stuff. It's boring to me. It's fucking boring. But the little bit that I read on Jeff Bezos, he seems like kind of a dick, like kind of a lot of an asshole, and he's stepping down. But I think he's still gonna be like involved at the top. He's just not gonna be the CEO. What is he?
So
gonna
he
be?
might be like the CEO or on the board of directors.
He's gonna be like some chairman. I don't remember what it is, but
yeah,
I all of a sudden Elon Musk, Daddy Elon, is the most richest dude in the world. Bezos steps down. I think he got a little butthurt, if you ask me. I think he's upset he's spaghetti. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. I mean, eat the rich and fucking stick it to the rest of them. But I mean, it might. I mean, not that I give a fuck either way, but it might be just because of all the shit that's going on and all the backlash he's gotten because of it.
Yeah.
He might just be like, I don't want to be the face of this company anymore. And now that might be something totally different than like him actually standing by everything that he did and everything that he said. Because he might still believe that stuff, but he probably might not want as much of the backlash. So
PR thing?
Say, hey, yeah, kind of like a PR thing, but instead of it being like, hey, fuck Jeff Bezos, right? It's just more like, hey, fuck Amazon. So I think that might have something to do with it too. And that was kind of what caught me off guard about it. Like, he might still be a fuckwad, but at least pointed in a different direction.
Yeah.
But
Michelle.
Who knows? I mean, Elon Musk is going to be richer, so let's fucking take it to the moon. As
to
the cool
the moon,
kids are.
brother. Fucking diamond hands,
yeah.
the shitty emoji thing. Looks like I have dirt on my arm.
A little bit.
Or like spaghetti sauce.
You know they make an
Spinach.
app for that, right?
What?
What? Did you say spinach?
Yeah, I was sending an email and the spinach, you know what I mean?
Jesus fucking Christ.
You never know.
Yeah, you're right.
What do you guys got?
I didn't have too much. Alex, you look like you're looking for something very specific over there.
Some kids in Hollywood changed the Hollywood sign to say Holly Boo.
That was Juke Squad. That was fucking Juke Squad.
Was it
They're
Juke
local.
Squad?
They're fucking local.
I love Juke Squad.
Yep.
Oh, shit.
So Jack Tinney and a few of the group from Juke Squad, they ended up going out and they made it a big deal that they were going to change the Hollywood sign from Hollywood to Hollyboob. And I saw most of the documentation from it, like before it actually like got posted and everything. I follow Jack on like Snapchat, and I've got him on a few other places. But yeah, it was a fucking huge thing, and I gotta tell you, the weirdest thing when I think about things that like Juke Squad has done, and I think about how fucking successful they are. Like, I'm really proud of them. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah.
But they went from being the kids that I knew from 20 minutes up the road, and like growing up with them, like fucking skimboarding and shit with a video camera once in a while, all the weird shit that they did. Like, now they're just fucking Joke Squad, and everybody and their brother fucking knows them. So, you know, that's kind of cool.
Give some context on how you know him, because that probably just caught Alex and a few other people off guard.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I knew the story.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was Juke Squad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm looking at their Twitter now.
Mm-hmm. So kind of a backstory for me. So when I grew up, I was living on the side of like Madeira Beach, basically. And me and my brother and his friends, they used to take me, and we would all go to Indian Rocks Beach to go skimboarding. That was the best place to go because they had the best waves. The beach was always fucking clean. Like, we didn't have to worry about people yelling about weird shit. So we ended up becoming friends with some kids that just lived in the area, and they all ran around together because they grew up together. So it was Jack Tenney and a few other names that I'm not going to dox anybody for, but Jack and his brothers, Turner, as everybody else probably knows him as Tifu. So Jack and Turner and the rest of the crew and all their friends, like, we would all go skimboarding together. We would all hang out at Jack's house, like hanging out, playing Xbox, playing Halo, or, you know, doing what kids do back then, being young and dumb and, you know,
full of cum.
Not exactly, but you know, you get the idea. But yeah, we had a lot of like really fucking wild times, and I mean, that was the first place that I ever got stoned. So I get to die with that on my belt. Like, the first time I ever got stoned was with fucking Juke Squad, so that was fucking cool as shit. But yeah, they were a lot better friends with like my brother and his little like friend group, and they all just kind of like merged groups together. And then, you know, everybody got older and kind of went separate ways. But since the years have passed, a couple of times, like out in public or whatever, I ran into Jack myself. Like, there was like a bar crawl of some kind a few years ago. And I just kind of run into him and I'm like, yo, Jack, what's up, dude? And he's like, oh shit. And like, it clicked, and we just kind of caught up with everything.
So what you're saying is we have a guest for our podcast.
Dude, if I could get Jack onto the podcast, I would fucking love that.
I never thought about that. That'd be cool. I don't want him to think you're using him though. You know, you don't want to come off of that vibe.
That's the other thing. Like, and honestly, like, again, not in like a bragging way or anything, but I have thought about multiple times about reaching out to Jack. Like, hey man, I'm doing a podcast. I would fucking love to have you on an episode. Or, you know, reaching out to Turner and being like, dude, I know a lot about your story, but I want other people to hear it. Like, would you be on the podcast with me? I would kill to have that. Are you joking? That would be cool as fuck.
And like, there's one thing, just really quick. There's one thing I tell every guest, and it's, we don't do this to get famous. We do it just to have fun. And that kind of breaks that barrier of they just want to use me. They just want to use me. Because there's a couple people that I've been talking to that I didn't think I'd be fucking talking to, and DMs and shit. That one of them wants to come on the podcast. One of them said maybe. Some people are still just like thinking about it, and I'm waiting on them. But it's like, 4 years ago, I didn't think you'd respond to a DM, but now it's like, you do want to come on. And I preface it with like, the podcast isn't big. By the way, it's small. It's really fucking small, but we have fun, and that's what this whole fucking thing's about. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, that was the whole thing. And even besides the podcast, like, because I have my own things that, you know, I work on or whatever. And I've always wanted to reach out to them just for the opportunity. Like, cause I mean, like I said, like I wasn't super close with Jack or Turner. But I mean, I was around for the group, and I always thought they were really cool dudes. But they were a lot closer with my brother and his friends, and I was just kind of like, I wasn't like an extra, but I wasn't the first one that they invited, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like we were all just like kind of there. Whether I was there or not didn't make a difference on how much fun they had. But yeah, we've had some pretty fucking fun times. I think probably the one story that I love telling everybody is that when there was one day that just out of nowhere we were just fucking hanging around, and I think one of them offered somebody to eat like half of a habanero pepper for like $20 or whatever the fuck it was. And I just walked up and I was like, I'll eat a whole one for $20. And they were like, okay. I fucking regretted it immediately after, but I was $20 richer. So I hated it. I hated every second of it. Because back then I wasn't like a spicy food kid. Like I didn't like it as much as I do now, but like eating a whole ass habanero pepper was fucking terrible.
Yeah.
But I made some money out of it. But yeah, I mean they all taught me how to skimboard, and I was still fucking garbage at it. But it's one of the reasons that I've always loved being on like a skateboard or a longboard, just because I mean we spent hours under the sun just cruising down the beach or down the fucking sidewalks, and that was probably some of the coolest shit I ever did growing up. So yeah, it was always super fun.
Yeah. Sounds
Yeah.
dope.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah.
What else you got, Alex?
Oh, I ain't got anything else right now.
All right. Well, you guys want to call it?
Yeah, I'm ready to call it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Shorter
Kyle,
episode.
if you'd like to finish the rest of the episode, and if you're still watching this, tell us happy birthday, but in Spanish, when you've watched the full episode.
And if
So-
you don't know, it's Feliz cumpleaños.
No, don't give him the answer. Make him search for it. We'll censor that part out in editing.
You
It's
don't
fine.
know how to spell.
We'll fix it in post. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Just one big
But-
beep. I'm not fixing
Yeah.
the post, Kyle.
It's
Happy,
Feliz Navidad.
Happy lucky 13th episode, everybody.
Yeah.
Yay. And for those of you buildings that don't have a 13th floor and you're on the 14th floor, you know what floor you're on. You know.
I don't get it, but spinach can send emails. Bye.